Hi everyone, welcome to today's Monday Rapid Fire. Looking to crack straight in, is the honeymoon over for Kamala Harris? Look, she's had a tremendous surge of late, which is fantastic if you're on that side of the fence. But for us as investors, we're really watching this dynamic because of Trump's massive leaning towards Bitcoin and crypto and the GOP platform, the Bitcoin strategic stockpile. Whereas on the Democratic side, we are still waiting for more meat on the bone, which maybe we'll get now that the DNC is starting today. We've also got debates coming up in the next month, but the polling has now come back to essentially parity after Kamala's, again, massive surge ahead in the swing states, and also in a lot of these polls that are coming out. Some still saying it's one side or the other, but make no mistake, this is a very tight election. My personal view is I think Trump is actually winning this race at the moment. I think a lot of the polls are essentially memes, and we saw that with the Hillary election as well. Look, we will not know until election night, I think, with this election. So we are just going to have to wait and see. But I don't think there is a coincidence between the poly market prediction market and some of the movements that we've seen in crypto of late, where we've seen a lot of the momentum just being moved out of the market, or just a muted response to just price action generally. There are seasonal dynamics at play with Bitcoin here. Of course, there's massive sellers on the market as well, but just a lack of real drive in the market, and that momentum, I think, is potentially on the back of Kamala's chances moving higher. So again, this is something we just have to pay attention to, but with Trump sort of coming back close, and I think there were 49 on poly market earlier. Again, this isn't the be all and end all. This is just a one prediction market. And a lot of others put, either Kamala up or Trump up. Again, there's a lot of fugazi, a lot of fake, and a lot of marketing going on. But it doesn't mean people will not speculate on crypto using it as a bit of a proxy. So could be something like that happening at the moment. We're going to have to pay attention to how things go from here. A chart that I am watching religiously right now is gold. Gold moves higher when we have economic crisis, when we get sniffs to basement, when there's some instability, a lot more liquidity might be on the horizon, a lot of rate cuts. It's breaking out to a new all-time high, 2,500. Now, my thesis is of late that, like 2023, gold is leading Bitcoin, and Bitcoin will follow gold sooner or later. And I think we're close to that happening. What I've noticed as well, just visually on the charts, is gold bottomed in October 23, also bottomed in the 3rd of November. That's when Bitcoin bottomed as well. So that was when I noticed the dynamic back in 2023 of that Bitcoin following the gold movement on FA reasons, and I think Bitcoin does that as well. So if gold kind of bottomed in this region here, what was that, on the 6th of August, so earlier in the month, or even pull back to 20th July, we could really be lagging a move like this by about a few weeks or a month. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of at the moment. Bitcoin's obviously going to do what Bitcoin does, but I think if gold moves higher, we've got the S&P 500 essentially doing a V-shaped reversal, looking like it wants to run to highs as well. We've also got the dollar looking incredibly weak and breaking down. These are the dynamics that Bitcoin should fly in. So it's not going to stay like this forever. There's clearly some overhang that's going on with either options or derivatives, maybe some big sellers coming onto the market behind the scenes, sure. But when this is over, I think the upside move is going to be explosive, especially after a 4 or 5 month compression. So that's something I'm watching. Also, the divergence between price and the ETF flows is it's something that I just can't ignore. And this is a longer term time horizon situation. You have to think about this, but the inflows into Bitcoin have been consistent without being outstanding. The outflows have been quite strong when we've had downside volatility, but broadly we're just seeing a consistent flow, and BlackRock is the king here. They just keep getting inflows. They have not had an outflow day, I don't believe, since they've been operating. Other funds taking those inflows as well, but here and there, when there's a bit of fear in the market, this just shows you that I think on the upside, when we are raging towards those highs, whether it will be 100,000 and above, the ETFs will allow investors to quickly take profits on their money. So don't think that money will just stay in this ecosystem, in the shorter term. I think longer term, it's going to get locked in, of course, but investors will take profits if those profits are outsized in their portfolio via these ETFs. So if it's something like a Bitcoin strategic stockpile comes onto the scene, though, that could change the calculus that people are just going to hold no matter what. But yeah, a lot of these ETF flows are just fascinating to watch. And I expect them to continue to grow over this next phase, especially if, let's say, Trump's chances of winning begins to, according to the polls and whatnot, and also after the debates, look like it's going to happen. So pay attention to that. Also wanted to dispel a couple of rumors about about the US government selling more Bitcoin. They did move it. You can see here 5 days ago they moved. This is according to Arkham intelligence. They moved 10,000 Bitcoin to Bitfinex, but they haven't sold any yet. They're still holding them in their wallets. So until they sell them, they've just moved them. So I just wanted to dispel that. They've got 200,000-ish Bitcoin still on their balance sheet, the US government. So they have not sold. And that's important to know if we're, sort of assuming that the Harris administration going forward will want to be the same hostile sort of approach to the crypto crowd. We don't have a lot to go on yet. That's why I want more meat on the bone. So far, I'm not convinced about, their approach to crypto being positive. Some senior Democrats are, absolutely. They want to move legislation forward in the Senate and in Congress. But the administration itself, again, I'm not convinced that they're going to be pro-crypto. Happy to change that tune when we see some actual policy come out. So let's wait for that. Now, guys, as well, if you weren't aware, Joe, myself, and the Uptrade team, so a big brokerage here in Australia, a great unit over there, we did a webinar with them last week, and you want to tune in and watch this. So 6 hypergrowth bull run crypto picks. We talk through them. They're essentially low cap gems. We're watching them really, really closely. It's something as well that Tristan's identified in the mastermind group in our top 10 low cap gems list as well. If you weren't aware, that's something we do in the masterminds. So yeah, we're just to watch this. I hope you enjoy it. Give us your feedback around it. Hope you all have a great day, and we'll catch you again for the Altcoin Bible on Wednesday. All right, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.